like that. I like that. I like that. I like that. I like that.
What's up, boy?
Okay, I'm not muted no more. What's going on, people? What's going on?
What's going on, boy? What's going on, my boy?
Hey, same old, same old. Same old, same old. Ain't no biggie. Same old, same old.
Yeah.
You all right?
I was in there. I was cooking for my kids and all that, man, and cut my damn finger. So shit, I'm always cutting my damn finger. Mess with those damn, don't realize those damn little knives be in there.
Wait a minute, you was cooking and you cut your finger.
Yeah, cooking and cut my finger and then washing it. And I'm like, damn. But
well, you ain't no good to no woman then because you can't cook.
Man, hey, I was cooking so good. I cut my finger, man. I was cooking so good. Dude,
I guess you was doing okay. Man. I don't know where everybody at tonight.
Hey, that's all right.
I know one of them was sick. And we got to get the rest of them on here so they can do what they do. We got a lively show for everybody tonight, talking about a bunch of things. Y'all excuse me if I'm looking down for 1 second. I'm just sharing with all my friends who should already be on here. And I just sent it out to about 100 and something people. And y'all share. All those people that's coming on, make sure y'all share. And we're going to get this show started, with even if it's just me and Bernard.
Hey.
We're going to make it happen.
Hey, I know it. Hey, we like that.
Yeah, Charlie Brown will be on in a minute. Jamar is in a conference call. Charlie Brown is finishing up with prayer. He's the worship leader. And
he worshiping.
Huh?
He said, "Well, I used it." Yeah, I was.
Yeah, he's a worship leader. And Tiffany, she'll be back after a while, but she's the county commissioner down in Athens, Athens, whatever the Clark County, Athens County, Bibb County. And Sean, it was his birthday yesterday, so he's still a little hungover and drunk.
Okay.
I don't know where RG at. He should be here. He usually beat me in here. Yeah. So he's probably rushing back home right now. But anyway, we're gonna have a live show.
Oh yeah.
And we got a whole lot of stuff to cover and a whole lot of stuff to talk about. We got about 800 people watching already, but now they are tuning in to the Rabble. Isn't that something?
Yeah. I'm looking at it. It's on TikTok too.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So shit. Hey, it is what it is, man. Woo. Hey.
I'm drinking Sprite, so y'all ain't gotta worry about it. It's Sprite.
I feel reborn.
Okay. Yeah, I heard that you're preaching that.
Mm-hmm. I'm a preacher. Hey, I'm a different kind of preacher. Yep.
Here comes this Robert.
All right.
He out there in the woods somewhere, look like.
That boy.
I'm outside doing yard. I'm doing yard work.
Oh, yard work. Okay.
You can't afford no lawman, man?
Not right now.
Hey, get one of them boy to cut that grass for $20.
Shoot, like when you're growing up, that's why
not
you
that grass. Not that lawn. They're too big to cut for $20.
Yeah.
That's a $200 lawn he got.
Man, please.
It's hey, I know why he in the yard. He got my message that I send to him. That's why you're in the lawn.
So I'm trying to dig a bunker to hide out.
Yeah, you hide.
How you got your thumb messed up? What you done did?
Man, I cut my finger. I was cooking and washing dishes at the same time and stuck my hand down. But
well, if this was America After Dark, I'd tell you what really happened.
Yeah.
Oh, Lord.
Definitely. We're telling backstage what happened.
If this was America After Dark, I'd tell you what really happened to it, man. Wow.
I put it in the wrong.
Lord have mercy. We're gonna leave that where that's at.
Anyway, we're gonna get our first topic today. Charlie Brown will be in a minute. I know Charlie will be here, and Jamar is gonna finish up on the call, so I know he'll be here in a minute too. But anyway, we're gonna get to our first topic, and it is a little 34-second video.
We good. Look at
the Little Rascals video.
New tonight, the FBI is searching for some very young-looking bank robbers. We blurred the faces on these surveillance pictures because we believe those suspects are minors, but you may still be able to help identify them based on just their clothing. The FBI tells us tonight the Wells Fargo near the North Freeway and West Road in the Aldine area was robbed just before 3 this afternoon. Witnesses say the suspects threatened the teller, but no weapons were visible. They then ran from the scene. The FBI would not tell us how much money they got away with. If you know anything, you know what to do. Call police.
Right now.
Show those little rascals their little picture, the little rascals. That's what they calling them in Houston, the little bank rascals or something they call them. What they call them? There they go there. Those pictures they don't have their faces blurred out. You can clearly see 2 of the 3. But guess how old these kids are? 11, 12, and 16. And they went in and robbed a bank. Y'all ever notice that all the news coming out of Houston is always some crazy ass news?
Yeah.
Houston, I hate to say it like this, but they got it going on and for all the wrong things. It seems.
Yeah. For all the wrong reasons.
Nothing like it. I have never seen nothing like it.
That's
what you say, Robert?
I just ain't no words for that craziness. At some point, my goodness.
Yeah.
You got to blame. I don't know if you blame it on the parents or what, but goodness gracious. What the hell? Why they not in school?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, what the hell? Who?
They might have robbed the bank on the way home from school, Robert.
Right.
These might be straight A students. We don't know. I doubt it, but we don't know.
Man, hey, I've been stopped blaming shit on parents. I've been stopped that, man. These kids, man. If you big, trust me, if you big enough to go rob a bank, then you big enough to go to jail. or go to prison. Accountability. Now it's like, okay, you raise them, you can raise them, and then when they're out on their own, they're on their own. So I ain't gonna blame these parents for all these knuckleheads to go rob a bank. You know, Bonnie and Clyde, I guess, and the sidekick.
And the side chick.
Yeah. It's no more blaming the parents for this and blaming the parents for that. Man, you got some of the parents, man, good parents that, hey, they're doing the best they can.
Yeah.
For what they got. You know, whether it's a two-family home or whether it's a one-parent home, at the end of the day, I've been stopped blaming parents on these badass kids. Period.
I mean, but 11, 12, and 16, although they didn't brandish a gun, they went into a bank. The audacity.
Yeah.
The audacity
That part.
Yeah.
of them to go into a bank. And Javon, leave it up at least 5 seconds so that people can read it. Whatever the comments are, because it was kind of fast, but leave it up at least 5 seconds, please. You know, I just don't know what to say. You know, what the hell is going on in Houston?
Yeah.
I mean, you can hear some little thugs, 16, 18, and 20 or something. But 11? Where you get the mindset to run into a bank at 11 to rob it?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
At 12 to rob it.
Man.
Now, 16, you might be hanging around some little thugs on the corner,
Right.
and you done got that nerve up into one of the little gangs, and you might go into somebody's bank and do something retarded.
Yeah. Well,
You know,
well, hey, Jew and RG, they having sex at 10. I ain't surprised they're robbing a bank at 11.
Oh Lord.
Hey,
I need a natural light. Go get me a natural light. That's too much.
You might well keep it real, man. Come
at
on.
10,
Yeah. Man, please. Man, these kids, trust me, these kids way developed more than what
they are.
way developed more.
They are. Believe me. I mean, you know, when you think about it, and I don't make any excuses for it, but when you look at the old days back even in this country, 13, you was getting married.
Yeah.
13, you was having babies and getting married.
Yeah.
Look at Little House on the Prairie was a true story. I think it was based on a true story. The book was written.
Yeah, it was a true story.
Yeah, and it was back then. You was married at 13 was the age that you get married at.
Mm-hmm.
Your father could give you away at 13. I think they had to give a Kyle away with it. So,
You know what?
so 13 was your age of maturity. And right now today in the Arab countries, 13, you get married younger than that. 12, I think. You were given away to a man to be one of his wives.
Yeah.
You know?
Africa too. Yeah.
So
Boy, I tell
that's
you.
the stuff.
Hey, in Utah, you can have 3 wives in Utah.
Yeah,
I
they
don't know if
made
you want that
Utah.
headache.
Yeah.
Well, he said you gotta have 3 women. That's
Hey,
what he said.
3
You
wives.
can't have
man.
one, you gotta have 3.
Yeah.
Hey, I ain't got none, so shit, I need to go to Utah. Let them know we coming.
Yeah, you can take your wives there. Find 3 girls in Atlanta.
Yeah.
And say, okay, let's move to Utah.
Okay. Let me get 2 more.
And I think there's some people, of course, one was married at 13. Lifespan was limited. Lifespan was limited. I don't think they was calculating on the lifespan of anybody. I think,
They didn't want that.
you know,
Your daddy wanted one less mouth to feed. I don't blame him. Like, come on,
know.
little motherfucker, now.
They ain't got nothing to do with no lifespan.
Ain't got nothing to do with that. Lifespan might help the man.
I know.
So, I mean, you know, and that's one of the reasons I wasn't as, and you know, it's just me. See, once you get conditioned into having things a certain way all your life, and this is what you're conditioned. Like our show last week was about religion and what you're conditioned to believe since you were a kid. So and now you're conditioned to believe after they changed it all these years when you could marry at 13, 14 years old,
Yeah.
that now you got to wait till they're 16, 17, 18 years old, something like that. I don't know what laws are different in all the states.
Yeah.
It should be universal, but it don't. And that's why I wasn't so hard on when if y'all go and look back, I wasn't so hard on the R. Kelly thing because I knew that it before they used to do it.
Yeah. Yeah.
In the Bible, they were doing it, you know. So you can't tell me that this is wrong when this is what you believe in.
Yeah.
Now we've advanced into these ages, and I don't agree with what he did.
Yeah.
But he didn't. R. Kelly probably knew.
Yeah.
But back then, I wasn't here. I was away. They said that those girls back then was 13, 14 years old, looked like they was 21.
Yeah. And I
wasn't here during that era.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I'm
I can tell you, Drew. I can tell you they looked older than what they did. You know. So,
yeah.
I was speed driving and got caught with the rest of some of them. No,
but now they all look like little girls. You know, they done changed. That era has changed back again. They all look young.
Yeah, but they had them lashes and their hair and all that stuff. You no makeup.
Not only
Javon, I'll text Javon.
Not only that, since you brought up R. Kelly, right is right and wrong is wrong. So if that's the case, they arrested R. Kelly. He in prison. Okay, now you should be going and arresting those parents who gave their kids to R. Kelly. And trust me, I know it's story time, but I'll tell a story later. But come on now, So and then when the money done ran out, then that means his time done ran out. So now they coming out on it. Fact check.
Yeah, makes sense.
They ain't saying nothing when back in the days and all the people back in the days and all that who vote for Trump and everything. The mama sleeping with the mama, the daddy sleeping with the daddy, the daddy sleeping with the daughter, and the daughter sleeping with the uncle and all that. Come on now. Let's keep it real now. No. They're just on explosion, but it's going on out there.
Yeah.
In fact, I'm right down the street in Canton, Georgia. They got shit like that going on.
But they had something called Tiger Ridge one time. Remember all the family members were sleeping with each other and having babies from each other. And the kids were coming out mentally challenged and everything.
Mm-hmm.
They got a family like that on TikTok right now.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They got all
it's crazy. But like I said, it's life. It's a lot of stuff that we are guilty of in this country, and we changed the laws to please certain people, not to please everybody.
Right.
And you can't go around with every 13-year-old, every 14-year-old. They're babies.
Right.
Some of them are babies. Some of them might look like they're grown, but some of them some people mature faster than others.
Right.
And these kids are hot in the tail. The boys just as worse as the girls. They all smoking marijuana, and they're smoking it with their parents.
Yeah.
That's the bad part. They're smoking it with their parents.
Yeah.
These parents are so young that they're smoking with their kids.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so that's why my mentees, their mamas love for me to slap them side the head, box them in the chest. I'm making them out of men.
Yeah.
My wife always telling me, "Why you hit that boy? You can't hit somebody else's child."
Julie, you gotta do it like Julie.
My child when he with me. He's my child right now. I'm gonna knock the hell out of him.
Yeah. But you gotta realize too, Drew, the parents is smoking weed with their kid because these parents had them when they was kids.
Yeah, that's true. I can see that. Yeah.
If you 12 years old and then you pregnant and by the time you get 20 something, your kid gonna be 6, 13, 14. Kids back in, and it happened back in the late 90s, early 90s with kids having kids and the mama partying with the grandkids and all that. Generation is totally different.
Yep. Well, we're going to, Javon, you ready for the first commercial? First 2 commercials, you can go ahead and play them if you want. And we'll be right back in a minute if Javon is there. She'll get it right in a minute.
Oh, man.
Hi, I'm Katie Brewington and I'm running for Magistrate Court Judge. Magistrate Court is often called the People's Court because people represent themselves or are pro se litigants. Magistrate Court handles civil claims up to $15,000, dispossessory proceedings, pre-warrant applications, and good behavior bonds. I'm a great candidate for judge because I have the experience, compassion, and drive to get the job done. I have been a probation officer, a criminal defense attorney, a solicitor, and a municipal court judge, and I will take all of that experience to get the job done. So remember, vote Katie Brewington, May 21st, from Magistrate.
All right, caught me on the phone.
That's all right. That's all right.
But we that first subject, I don't know where y'all at. He said that he was gonna be here on time tonight, but then he want to come in and chime in. He said Bernard and Robert, he said, I want to charm him. He don't want to chime in. He want
Who said that, Charlie?
Charm him. Yeah, Charlie.
Yeah.
He's out there saying a powerful prayer for us right now, so we know that it's gonna work.
Hey, you know what?
I'm glad all my brown boys are turning into ministers right now.
Hey, I'm a different kind, boy.
You say you were saved now. You saved, ain't but one saved, Bernard.
Hey,
Ain't but one saved.
hey, I have been saved. And
I have been.
I went to the mountaintop. I came back, and it's a different mountaintop.
Okay. Hey, Marie, make sure that you contact Bernard to have him on your show, and you contact Robert to have him on your show. These are great resources. She has a show that comes on every Friday, Incarcerations Incorporation, and it talks about how we save our youth, how we get these kids not to go to jail, how we get these kids not to go back to jail if they ever been. And we're trying to stop them before they go. So, y'all don't have to have been to jail. You just have to have some information that can probably save some of these kids. And that's what it's all about. These 10, what is it, 11, 12, and 16, they probably wouldn't have been out there had they talked to people like us.
And let me tell you something. I have family members who I visited in the Atlanta Penitentiary. And I tell you right now, when you hear that door shut, that's a whole different psychological thing going on. And that's a federal penitentiary there.
I don't know. The young man Chris said we spoiling our children. I spoil my child. We spoil our child. I don't think it's so much of us spoiling our children. I think it's more of our children when they leave the house, they interacting with bad kids.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? When you follow somebody and they want to be cool, they follow the wrong people.
Right.
You know, and that's what I feel like.
Hold on. Marie said she tried to talk to y'all and y'all did not call her back.
Marie.
She ain't called me.
Call. I'm gonna give you both of their numbers. You need to have them on the show so they can talk. Because Marie, and then we're gonna invite them out to OAA She has another thing where she has I think it's once a month, where the kids come out and she have them in a church, and then she have people come and speak to them. Okay. So y'all have some valuable information, that these kids need to hear. So we're going to get with you, Marie.
Yeah.
And we'll get all that done. We're gonna make sure we get that done. We're gonna go on to our next subject, and our next subject is I want y'all to see this video. Giovanna, play the video of the cop and we're gonna skip subject number 2. We're going to subject number 3. I think we covered number 2 already. I missed and put it on there again. Play the video with the cop in Georgia.
What if I told you a black officer got fired? He had a flat tire. A black officer gets fired after reporting the flat tire because he used profanity. Here it is.
Yes, sir. What you doing? You getting out the vehicle on me? Go on back up there.
I'm a law man.
Go on back up there.
No, you don't talk to me that kind of way. My name.
You walking up to me.
My name is Officer Dixon.
I don't care.
Oh, you don't care?
Walk back to your vehicle. Walk back to your vehicle.
My name is Officer Dixon.
That's awesome. You got a flat tire and you're on your phone. I saw it in your hands.
I'm finna call my friend.
I don't care.
Let's get understanding here. Now, I'm going home. You see the tire flat.
Now I saw the phone in your hand.
And I'm going home. I will call my friend and tell her, why you being such ugly, man?
Because you're getting out of the car on me for one.
I'm telling you who I am.
You could tell me that when I get to the window.
You've been a butthole, man. I'll talk to Cody about you.
Okay. Let me see your license.
I don't have one. This do I have one? Yeah, I got it with me. You act like man. You really is. I just told you who I am.
Okay, that's awesome.
That don't mean, you said, okay. No, you just been. Is that what you been?
Yep, I got more video. And let me say this. Let's put up the picture full mask. Okay, the officer, the black officer, is trying to have a professional conversation with a white officer. The white officer, he don't give a damn that this is an officer. I wonder why he doesn't care that this is an officer who has a flat tire. An officer has a flat tire, and you're going to still give him a ticket. Per WALB, former Ocilla, Georgia police officer Ronald Dixon, who has been in law enforcement for 35 years of his life. 35-year officer says he was fired, and it was not justifiable, after reporting the incident that happened while off duty involving a traffic stop with an Irwin County Sheriff's deputy. Okay? Now, here's the continued conversation with the officer.
Can you walk up? Can you go back over there?
I did it because I know what the law is. I'm the law too. I'm telling you who I am.
Yeah, and if you're a lawman, you're not supposed to get out the car on somebody.
We try to have a community in Asheville law. You know, hey, my name is Officer Dixon. And you just want to be that's all they do.
I'm gonna give you a warning for the phone, okay?
A warning for the phone. The man had a flat tire. He was calling someone to help him. He gets a warning for the phone and then later gets fired for reporting it. All right? Let me give you the zig and zag of the story. January 2024, Officer Dixon says he was stopped by the deputy while trying to call for help because he had a flat tire. It was evident he had a flat tire. Quote, when I saw the blue lights, I thought he was about to give me some assistance because he saw that I had a flat tire, he said to himself. I see you got a flat tire, right? You see I got a flat tire. Therefore, are you going to give me some assistance, question mark? Or ask, do I need any help? None of that came out of his mouth, Officer Dixon said. Put it up, full mask. So he reported the incident as he said he would. He reported the incident to his chief of police, Ashley Jones, on the left, as well as the Irwin County Sheriff's Office. WALB spoke with Sheriff Cody Young on the right, and he said he didn't believe his deputy racially profiled Dixon, and that the deputy pulled Dixon over because he was on his phone. Keep the picture up. The man had a flat damn tire. Where is he going? All of a sudden, Sheriff, your deputies are by the book now. By the book, 100%. No blue. There is no blue shield here. There is no blue wall. There is no blue lives matter, because the color he saw was black. This deputy had so much power.
Excuse me.
Well, y'all know that everything is not equal in this country. And see, that's what I try to tell most black people, that you have to still watch yourself. It don't matter whether you are in blue or not. It don't matter whether you're in Congress and you're elected official,
Right.
you know. And I haven't said you just saw this on Young Turks 2 hours ago. It doesn't matter. You know, the thing is that he saw black first. He didn't see anything else. See, you're there to protect and to serve. When I was a police officer and I trained other officers, I told them, your job is not to cite and arrest. Most officers go to work thinking that they have to cite and arrest. They come looking for something to bother somebody about. And most times they'll let that criminal go that is smoking weed with the smoke coming out the windows. They ain't gonna bother them because it might be trouble. But they'd rather bother me and Robert and Bernard and Sandra because we're not gonna have any resistance. So it's easy, it's an easy ticket, you know. So you're not God when you're put on the uniform, and a lot of people think that they are. They got powers that they've never had. They got powers they don't even have at home. So now they want to be able to impose that power on somebody. So and believe me, I know I've trained many of police officers. Many of them are now in leadership 30, 40 years later. You know, it was 40 years ago that I went to the police academy. And you just got to have that attitude that I'm here to help somebody. If I have to arrest you, then you have to go to jail. But you are here to help somebody. Everybody run a red light ain't a bad person.
Right.
You don't have to ticket them. Everybody that turned on red without seeing the no turn on red ain't a bad person. You know, so you have to be able to discern on who you need to give up. You know, now attitude does have a way in it. So y'all tell me, was the officer wrong? Was the off-duty officer wrong by not staying in his car, and he should have just shown who he was? Now I'm gonna tell y'all this before I say anything else. I've got stopped probably in the last 10 years at least 6-7 times, and I've gotten a ticket only once, and I beat that ticket when I went to court because I showed that I was right. But the other 5 times, I sat in my car, put my hand on the steering wheel to make sure the officer knew that I was no threat, and I told him, I said, I understand, I'm an ex-police officer, you know. And when I said that relief, that, you know, calm and down. They automatically went into a different mode, and they never gave me a ticket. You know, that's how I get away. I got to tell y'all, it's an escape mechanism for me. But anyway, y'all go ahead.
Yeah, nah. Let me say this. I'm gonna keep the shit flat, clean, and unfiltered. Number one, growing up, our father always said, "Hey, if you get stopped by the policeman, you stay in the car, say, yes sir, no sir, okay." Don't live to see another day. I got stopped probably maybe last year sometime, drunk as hell, boom, white guy, next thing I know, let me go. Okay. This is totally different. It's having a flat tire, getting out of the car while being black. The white officer was absolutely wrong. He came with an attitude. He came starting trouble.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And I thought tell me something if I'm wrong, Jules, since you've been a police officer. I thought when they say, hey, I'm a police officer, that alleviate the tension. And it's, hey, okay, no problem. Let me help you out. You see, you got a flag. I'm on the phone, I'm on the phone trying to get some help. At the end of the day, I admire that black guy being calm, because the white guy was totally rudely just trying to get something going on. And that's what's wrong with these white officers in Georgia. I can say Georgia because I live in Georgia. They need to do more background check on these guys, man. Trust me. We can be driving while we black. We can be grocery shopping while we black. We can be kissing on another black woman while we black, and it's always some issue. These little punks, like they don't have control of their house. And their wife probably don't want them there, so they say, go, and you got a job or whatever. Trust me, not all of them, but some of them a little punk. And for that man to go ahead and go after that black guy by being black was absolutely wrong. And for them to fire him, you got to really look at him. One with a big old cowboy hat on, and the other one, with a wig on. Come on,
no,
come on. We get tired of it, man. We as black men getting tired of being harassed. We're trying to do the right thing. We're trying to live right. And you need to tell me I got a flat tire and ask a police officer, and I'm a police officer, and he give me all this slack, and then I get fired for defending myself? Man, that's flat out bullshit.
Yeah.
And you know what else, Bernard? The fact that it shouldn't matter whether he is a black police officer,
right,
or just a black man, or just a man, or whatever. You should show me the same type of respect that you would show anybody else. That's because I have seen police officers pull up behind a person with a flat tire and help a person with a flat tire, So I mean, and for them to use the bullshit of, where he used a profane word, as many goddamn profane words as police officers use, period. And it was his day off. You mean to tell me you gonna fire him on his time off?
Yeah,
y'all. They were just trying to find, but what he has after, because he's been in law enforcement for over 30 years, what he has is the proverbial, I got you moment, where if he has a good enough lawyer that is probably will come from out of his jurisdiction, he'll have a lot of money for his retirement. Which, even if they felt like he had done the wrong thing, this man's been in law enforcement for 30 whole years. You could have let him retire.
Right.
You want to make it seem as though, we're just gonna do the right thing. Kiss my ass, all of y'all. And I use profanity, but that's what I got to say about it. All of y'all ain't nothing but a bunch of hypocrites, a bunch of racists, and when you get to the Ocalas and what's that other town, Julius, where you couldn't even, Forsyth County, Cordele, all those places, you're not gonna get a fair chance.
Savannah, Georgia,
McIntosh County, Camden County, you better not, bro.
What's that one all the way at the bottom, Robert? Down
McIntosh, you better not.
No, all the way at the bottom.
St. Mary's.
St.
No,
Mary's.
he's talking about Camden.
Right by St. Mary's. Yeah.
What
Then
county?
when 60 Minutes caught them doing wrong. Remember 60 Minutes?
Right by St. Mary's.
That
I
ain't
didn't
Camden
even
County,
think
is
that
it?
there was any.
It's some other name, but it's
Where
right
county?
there going to,
Brunswick.
before you get in Florida.
Mm-hmm. I know you're talking about. I can't think
Yeah.
of the county.
Brunswick.
No,
That's the
no,
city.
it's past
That's
Brunswick.
McIntyre.
When you're
But
in all
also-
of those towns.
No, it's right before you get to the
No,
Florida line.
Valdosta
going
is
down
on the other
95.
side. That's Southwest Georgia.
Ivan's calling to tell us.
But- Yeah.
Yeah.
But if you in any of those places, you're not going to get a fair trial. You're not going to get a fair. You're not treated fairly whether you are a actual perpetrator, because that young man is in the jail in the grave right now today just for jogging.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You know, and if it was up to the DAs and all of them during that time, those Michael and his daddy and whatever would have never, the McMichaels would have never seen a damn day in that jail cell.
The name of that city is Woodbine, Georgia. Remember?
Woodbine.
Woodbine.
Yeah.
Woodbine.
I ain't
Woodbine.
even
You
thought
did
of
not
that
go.
damn city in a long time.
You didn't go through Woodbine down 95 without being stopped if you were black.
Wow.
And she right and tell that.
Want to tell that? Yeah.
Wow.
But you know, and Robert is one thing that I saw Robert that officer did wrong.
Right.
And like I told y'all at the start of this show, what got me by every time, if he'd have sat in his car, he's a police officer, so he know that he has to defuse the situation. He don't know who that is stopping him, so you can't get out your car. That guy might have shot him, killed him.
Right.
And, you know,
Right.
so you stay in your car. You want as a police officer, you want that guy. You want whoever you stop to stay in the car.
Yeah.
You don't know that guy didn't know him, or you let him go once he saw him. So he didn't know him. So you don't be confrontational. What you do is he should have sat there. He should have got it when he saw the officer stop him. Get your wallet out and sit it there.
Yeah.
So when the officer asks for anything, show him your badge. None of that would happen.
Yeah.
And
But
I
you know
had
what,
asked a couple
Julian?
weeks ago.
But
I knew I was speeding. I was waiting out on the phone to pick up a cousin. I knew I was speeding. I was doing 85 and 35. Don't worry about it. But it got behind me. And so when they got all my information, like you said, Julius, I'm being polite like I'm talking now. Somebody somehow must have used my information in Illinois, and they were like, step out the car. I'm sitting on the side of Chatham Parkway car, but I'm still having conversation. But at no point did I ever get aggravated or why are you doing all that? Just stay calm, because at the end of the day, they want to go to hell home too. I didn't get, once they found out that wasn't me in Illinois, I was like, I ain't never been in Illinois, so I know.
Let Bernard go next.
Yeah, but I understand what you're saying, Jewel, but this guy was a 35 years on the police force. He was comfortable enough to step out of his car thinking, hey, you know what? It's one of my guys. You know what I'm saying? Boom, boom. So that's what it was. He was comfortable enough to say, hey, these one of my guys. Hey, I'm so-and-so. He even say, hey, I'm officer boom, boom, boom. Thinking that, hey, we good.
Right.
And find out he wasn't good. And find out that he was black.
No, the thing is, I understand what you're saying. You're absolutely correct. But he can't say this one of my guys because he's not in control. See, there is a blue wall. There is a blue wall. But you cannot say that this is one of my guys, I'm going to step out the car because that guy don't know you.
Yeah.
He don't know whether it was an incident the other day, Monday gone. The day is Wednesday. Monday, a guy shot and killed a EMS worker, stole her car. He had a flat tire. The officer pulled over in South Carolina to help him. He shot and killed the officer dead.
Wow.
Because he thought the officer was coming to arrest him. He had a flat tire.
Wow.
So you don't know whether, you see what I'm saying? Even though this happened in January, the one that we just saw, this happened Monday, where that happened at Monday. So you don't know that guy is one of your guys. So you have to be able to say, yeah, I believe that the white officer, he got in his feelings when he said, I'm gonna talk to your boss about you. He got his feelings.
Yeah, he went.
You know, he got in his feelings because he figured he had a proper stop.
Yeah.
But the black officer, if he had sat in his car and would have opened his phone, opened his wallet and say, "Here's my badge." Once that officer see that badge, he finna do everything in the world to help you. It's a blue wall. It don't matter what color you. It's a blue wall. But if you get out of line, they forget all about that blue wall.
Yeah, but see, this was the thing, Julius. Is black officers still feeling like they're part of the blue wall? Okay, because see, now if they're in a place like maybe Virginia, going up over, up north, yes, then maybe you can consider yourself a part of that brotherhood and everything like that. But they still have their little thing. But when you are in the deep South, the still controversy Jim Crow South, they don't care who you are. They make you to know that you just an N-word. To me, I don't care if you an N-word with a badge. They treat folk over here the same way. They treat officers over here the same exact way. They don't care that you have a badge and all of that. They, if you try to say, show them, well, I'm one of you. No, you're less than me. Well, you're less than me. And I'm going to show you that you're less than me. Boy, get in your car. Boy, shut up. Boy, don't talk to me like you're human, because I'm not going to treat you like you're human. So if he would have been killed, just like Mr. Ritchie said, they would have figured out a way to make that a justifiable shooting, and the police union and everybody else give him a paid vacation until they could get him off the hook. And that's on period.
Yeah.
Jamal?
I pass.
Okay. And like I said, a lot of that could have been diffused if you just think. And yeah, he saw black. He didn't like a black man getting out of his car and telling him that he was officer also. So he got in his feelings. And sometimes when you let your emotions get involved, then you sometimes do things to the detriment of your own good. And why they fired this guy after 35 years on the police department, that was a travesty. 35 years, I could see if you said, okay, well, we're going to suspend you 7 days. For cussing, the law only states that, and I've read it, the law only states that if you, and it's not a law, it's a policy of one of their police policies, said that only if you use profanity toward a citizen while you're on duty, not while you're off duty. Okay. He was off duty. Mm-hmm. He cursed the officer, which is in his rights as a citizen, and he should never have been fired. I'm against him being fired totally. He should have never been fired.
But let me ask you something.
He got a lawsuit.
Let me ask you something. Lawsuit. Right? So let's look at the big picture. So do you think it's about him cussing and the flat tire, or it's bigger than this? 35 years. Do you think somebody inside had issues with him, an issue with this guy? You know what I'm saying? Because you just don't cold say, hey, I'm going to fire you because you blah, blah, blah. It's something going on bigger than what they ain't putting out. And I guarantee you,
they had an issue with the fact that he was black.
If this guy, if he's going to sue him, then a lot of stuff going to come out. So just, tire, okay, but it seemed to me it's bigger than what it is. Period.
They had an issue with the fact that he was black and that he called himself. You gonna report this white man? You gonna report this white man for what you think? Oh, okay. Well, and he wasn't even in the man's jurisdiction. So his white friend called the white man over in Ocala. And I know exactly where Ocala is. It's right outside of Warner Robins area. So all of y'all white folk got together and y'all conspired against this one black man.
Well, anyway, I think that we have beat this horse dead. We know there's some racism, there's some racial profiling. There is a blue wall, but at some point the wall breaks down. Especially, like I said, I wouldn't have approached it like that, officer, and I would have did it differently. I would have just sat in my car and showed him my badge, and he would have let me go, or he would have gave me the help that I was that I was needing and in need of. But people do things differently. Giovanna, go ahead and take us to a commercial, and we'll be back in 1 minute with the longest serving inmate in Louisiana history. All right.
Was fucking $5, $50, or 50 fucking cents.
What we at? All right, we're back. When you go out, please mute yourself. Please mute yourself when you go out. Well, we're gonna go to our next video, which is a darn shame, and play that video for us. Giovanna.
I come here in 1953. I ain't never been out.
How old were you when you came here?
16, going on 17.
You were just a teenager.
Right.
How old are you now?
83.
Do you want to get out of here?
Definitely. Man, I've been here all my life, ever since I was a kid.
Do you have any people outside?
No. All of them died.
Do you get visitors?
No.
If they ever let you out, are you a danger?
Woo! 66 years he's been locked up. 66 years. 66 years. If you can't rehabilitate a person in 66 years, you have failed that person and society. 66 years. He's been there since he was 16, going on 17. He's now 83 years old. 66 years, y'all. What the hell? I mean, it comes a time where your rehabilitation has to have been completed. They have to put you to the side after 30 years and say, hey, let me see whether we can put you back on the side. Let me see what we can do with you. I don't know all the particulars about this particular case, but I don't know who he killed or what he did at 16 that he wasn't given the death penalty, because after 20 years they kill you. So at 16, and they have all this time to rehabilitate you, to see whether you can integrate yourself back into society. 66 years. Go ahead, Jamal.
He died in 2019. He was 83 when he died.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's when they interviewing him the very year that he passes away. Yeah.
Ain't that something?
Huh?
Yeah.
Ain't that something?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Samuel Robinson. Yep, he died 2019.
Yeah. That's crazy, man. That's something right there. It's hard to watch.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, he asked him the question, Jamal, but I didn't really like. He said, he asked me, are you a danger to society if you get out? That was one of those questions I was like, really?
Yeah.
He 83 years old. What danger he gonna be? The only thing, he 83 years old, and I ain't trying to make it. The only thing, if I'm 83 years old and I'm in the first thing, I'm gonna find me a strip club or find me something.
Yeah, see, you should have had all of them.
Period. But for him to ask him that, I think with me personally, I think I got offended about it. And whatever he did, man, I don't know, so I can't say. But 66 years.
And you're absolutely correct. And that's right. When they asked the question, like, you didn't even have to ask the question. That's all he was doing his entire life. He's gone from his teenage to young adult to middle-aged adult, all that to elder. And so,
yeah. And what's so crazy is, y'all, he 83 years old. Most of his family, friends, they're probably dead. So he said, I don't have nobody.
You cards you just purchased.
That's
a little scam thing.
That's just crazy. But it's a lot of us that look like us in prison right now on somebody else's crime. But since they say, okay, he probably did it, and boom. There's a lot of people in prison now ain't did the crime. Period. But they don't have no big time lawyers or whatever to get them out. And then most of the time when you see black people get out, like this guy, he spent 50 years, 30-something years in prison, and they let him out. And you know why they let him out? Because they find evidence that he was not guilty. Come on, man, that's something right there, man. It get you heated and get you bored and be like, man, hell with this. And they wonder why we got attitude. We got attitude because shit like that. And I tell people, man, don't say nothing to me. Yeah, I'm crazy, and I got a license to be crazy. But at the end of the day, right is right and wrong is wrong. And then they want to say, well, I ain't prejudiced, but I'm prejudiced about how y'all treating us. And until we allow ourselves and stand up for ourselves, it gonna always be like this.
Yep.
Always.
You're right, Bernard. And they want us, just like the young man that had been in jail. I think y'all talked about him. Been in prison for 14 whole years and everything. They talked about him, and he was not guilty. They knew he wasn't guilty.
Yeah.
His lawyer did not do him a service, even though she was a black woman and she wound up dying. young. It looks like she died young. But you know, when things are in question, I mean, y'all can't expect us to just keep on saying, okay, I forgive. Hell no, I don't forgive. If you kept me in prison for 14 whole years of my good life, and now y'all realize that I should be totally exonerated, but you know, the only compensation that I get is $1 million or $2 million. And sometimes y'all don't even offer that. You know, my lawyers get half of it or whatever, 30% of it. But you know, it's a travesty that you ruined my life. I mean, they don't understand that prison is not a good place. You know, they not sending you to prison like they send these doggone white collar crime people, you know, for 4 months and they're in a low security, you know, prison where all they send is white old men, you know, that's been convicted of white collar crimes. That ain't nothing but a goddamn golf course. They're not sending us to no damn golf course. They sending us to hard time prison. You know, where we can't see our parents, and some of our parents die while we in here, and we can't get back. You can't get back 14 years. You know, I don't care how many millions you give me. I can't get back 14 years and the degradation that I've gone through while y'all was, you know, pretending like I was guilty.
Yeah. And you're right, because you know what? It was came up on the platform, say, hey, good platform. But let me tell you something. One thing about us, we ain't scared to talk about what we need to talk about. And that's what's wrong with this country today when it comes to us. They piggyback and don't want to say this and don't want to say that. But when we bring the discussion, real discussion, it's somebody right now probably in jail say, thank y'all for bringing this up, because I know for a fact I didn't do that crime. You know, we want to talk about other stuff and we want to talk about it. But tonight, let's talk about what's really and truly is when it comes to this damn country and the way it is and the way they treat us. Let's talk about it. See, they don't want to talk about that. They want to talk about who's going to be the first person, either USA going to be the first person on the moon or China going to be the first person on the moon. This is what they're talking about in Congress. And they're talking about, let's 300 and something votes, we're going to ban TikTok. No, once y'all ban us and stop treating us right and stop doing the right thing, you worrying about the wrong shit. But we voted and put them up there. You're worrying about the wrong shit. Let's worry about 83 years old. Now, 2019, he done died, and 83 years of his life gone because he probably even did the crime.
Yeah. Now, and I don't trust any. I mean, and it's real bad to say this, but I don't trust any convictions in the South or even in the North or the West. You know, where if you didn't catch it on film, I don't trust it, because you saw where those 6 officers went in, tortured those 2 black men, and tried to plant guns and every damn thing else in order for them to be off the hook. You know, can you imagine if I don't even know how they got, you know, how they caught them, you know, for sure. But they shot off that man's tongue.
Yeah.
They sexually assaulted one of them. They did every deplorable thing that they could do to those black men, and they would have had them caught up. if they could have. You know, they would have done it if they could have.
Yeah.
And it would have been just like as we watch the Rodney King trial, where all of us saw it with our own eyes.
Mm-hmm.
But for them to they've been acquitted, and all we can do is wring our hands and say maybe the next time. And that's why all of us was happy when Nicole Brown Simpson, you know, I mean,
you thinking the same thing I'm thinking. Yeah.
I don't give a damn whether he did it or not.
Yeah.
That was just one brother that if he did do it, you know, just like his book said, if I did it, you know, if he did do it, you were only one of the ones that got away with it, because, you know, everybody else, none of them, you wouldn't have got away with just whistling. Ask Emmett Till, you know.
Yeah.
So, I mean, the hell with them.
Yeah. And you brought up the two. O.J. Simpson probably about the only one that got away with something. But like you say, sometimes you can go and tamper evidence like they did, planting this and that. And lucky he had Johnny Cocker and the rest of them. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, he just one of the lucky ones because he's, you know, one of the lucky ones. I'm going to leave it like that. You know. And no. Hey, and with my thumb, I cut my finger. Charlie Bars, I cut my finger. Jamal didn't bite it. I cut my finger.
Well, we're got something that I want y'all to look at. It's called individualism, and you know, I ran across this today. And I want y'all to look at it. Do you want to play it? Then y'all start the discussion, please.
All right.
If you a family, right? Let me tell you how brainwashed we are. Like I tell, if you follow, I always speak about individualism and collectivism. We as a family has been taught to be an individualistic person. Okay, why is it as a family, bro? We got the mama, the daddy, and the 3 kids. That's 5 people. 5 people waking up, going to work for 5 different bosses, having 5 different cars, trying to get 5 different houses. This is what individualism does to people, right? We don't know how to work together. Every other country can come over here, consolidate what they do together, okay? Together, and gain way more than us, but we're taught, I got my own house, but you broke. Got my own car, but you broke. Yep. And you don't even own that. You can't never own nothing because you don't have what they call an allodial title.
Deep.
Well, it is deep. Individualism. And what has it done to the black? What has it done to the black community? They made us feel that way so we could feel like individuals, separate from everybody else. That's why we can't live in the house with other people when you got all the other races living with each other all day long. You know, so that's the problem. What y'all say?
Well, y'all know that I've said this 1,000 times that, you know, our culture is the only one that feels like 18 is some type of magic damn number, which it isn't. And, you know, and we shouldn't, you know, we should not raise our children to think that that they are even old enough, equipped enough, or anything enough when they're 18 years old to be moving out of the house, because the Indians and the Hispanics and all of them, they have it, you know, maybe they're not like the white people, because the white people gift their children businesses and cars and homes, you know, probably at age 24 when they get out of college. But with us not having those things, we can obtain them if we promote together. You know, that, hey, just because you turn 18 don't mean you need to leave the house. You need to get your education, and you can stay in the house until you build up enough wealth, your credit, your everything is together enough to leave. But because our children don't respect us like African children respect their parents, our American Black kids, by the time they turn 21, 22, whatever, the credit is bad. The only damn thing they got in their name is a phone, you know. And I mean, and they getting all these damn student loans instead of staying at home. I mean, we need to start counseling our children better. Period. Jamal, what you say?
I'm just gonna pass.
You gonna pass on that? Shit, you should be talking more on that.
Hey. I agree and I disagree, man. It's nothing wrong with being independent. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing wrong with that. I've been, you know, growing up, I'm hard-headed, independent. The only thing I was trying to do, man, to make it better for my mama. You know what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, it's something to think about. But I'd rather be independent than depend on somebody that probably ain't got my well-being, probably basically sometimes what look like us ain't always for us. You know what I'm saying? But it's always, what get me is always why we got to be the one in the spotlight. Why we got to be the one always when it come to us is negativity. It's negativity. It's nothing positive to say, hey, you know what? Jamal, a great guy. Hey, you know what? Sonia, a great woman. Hey, you know what? Jules, a great guy. Boom, boom, boom. They rather say one negative thing about us, and then people take it and run with it. You know what I'm saying? Same thing, Sonia. You independent. You doing what you got to do to take care of yourself and your kids. Jamal saying, when you doing what you got to do to take care of yourself and your daughter. I'm doing what I got to do to take care of myself and my kid, period. So at the end of the day, it can go two ways and go three ways. But when you say these Mexican all up can stay, you know why they can do all that? Because the governor probably giving them right now $950 where they can do all that. What they giving us? What they giving us? $200 worth of damn food stamp? What they giving us? Let's break it down and make it right. What they giving us? They ain't giving us a damn thing. Everything we earn, Sonia, everything we earn, we got to bust our butt to get it. These other nationalities getting handout. We ain't getting no handout. We getting hand out and get out. That's the only thing we get.
You're right, but nobody should have to. If it is, say you, for instance, your daughter, and maybe a sister living in the same house. Both of y'all, all of y'all on average, earning $50,000, a year, and that's minimal. You can afford to live, and you can afford to save. And as long as you have a plan in place, you have to have a plan. And the plan can't be, since I make all this money and my daddy, we all only paying $300 a month. Now I get all the damn red bottoms that I want. And, I'll drive a Maserati and all of this type of stuff. You have to have a bigger plan than that. because all three of y'all together could go into, investing in properties, but our focus is on the wrong things, because let them call a sale at the Nike store, our asses lined up around the damn corner.
Yeah.
We are not focused on the right thing, and that's the reason why our outcomes is not good. So we can't blame the fact that the government is giving the Mexicans that's crossing the borders, the things that we are not getting. We need to generate our own wealth so that we won't have to worry about what the hell they're getting, because we can do it ourselves. I would rather be a self-made woman than say that, any governor of any state can do like they doing right here in Texas right now, on the grab and goddamn fetch your ass out of here method. I don't want them to have that much power over me.
Yeah. Like I said, it's give and take. Some of us, you got to realize this. Some of us good, some of us not good. You can make what's up, Kevin? What's going on, bro? Hey, we can. What I'm trying to say is this: all of us is not in the same boat. We got some of them in good boat, we got some in a bad boat, but we all is a part of a system that don't give a damn about us. I don't care how much money you make it. I don't care how much you ain't got. We are part of a system that don't give a damn about us. If they so focused on China and so focused on the U.S. or who getting to the moon first and claim it. Y'all hear that? That's what they talking about in Washington, D.C. And then they talking about, okay, let's see if we can, get rid of TikTok because they got our data. Y'all got our data.
Exactly.
Y'all won't know more about us. These countries ain't thinking about all that. So it's a matter of standing up for what's right. And I'm gonna ask y'all a question. Do y'all think, I was looking at a video and I was looking at Martin Luther King, right? And Martin Luther King did his last video, his last speech. And he said, hey, I've been to the mountaintop. He said, I may not get there with you, but I'm getting. So my question is, do you think that we as Black folks have let these people down who died for us to vote, who died for us to go in the front door, who died for us where we can get in the fountain and drink water, just period? Do we think that we had to tuck it to the next level to go to the next level? Or do you think is we our downfall or they our downfall?
I'm going to say that, it is both. That, again, part of it that we letting other people not tell us who we are when that's never supposed to happen. You should tell people who you are. You should be you. You should put it out there. But we have collectively allowed other people to miseducate us. And so that comes into play. And so, yeah. And so with that, we do cause downfall for us because we buy into somebody else's game on who we are. Somebody else is telling us who we are. And so then, yeah, we are letting stuff down. We don't stand up, we don't speak out because we have other people telling us what not to do. And one crazy thing about that, just like people come and create something called snitching. So here go people talking about snitching, when in actuality, a snitch is a criminal. That's what that is. And that if you ain't a criminal, that don't apply to you. But guess what? We go and buy into it, not realizing somebody else threw that at us and we ran with it. And so then we wind up fighting against our best interest. Some of us, not all of us, but some of us. But that takes so much energy because again, you got to deal with the knuckleheads and the crazy ones to spend out the stupidity when you should be focused on your real enemy. It's like, fool, you ain't supposed to be my enemy. So be you right here. But you got my time all tied up in you. And so now I'm divided. And so that's what happens.
Yeah.
You right about that.
Yeah.
You right about that.
Yeah. And it's like, I'm not. First of all, I'm not going. I'm a grown damn man. I ain't got to listen to nobody to tell me should I vote, should I not vote, should I step, should I fight for this war, should I do this and now. I'm a grown. I'm gonna do what I want to do. Period. And one thing I am gonna do, whether it is right or wrong, I'm gonna stick up for my people, even though my people don't stick up for me. I'm gonna stick up for them. Period. Because at the end of the day, we got voices that other people don't have, and we say things that people want to say but too scared to say it because of the backlash along with it. And that's a God in heaven truth. That's on some of these shows. That's on just every way. Period. If you can't stand up for something, then that means you ain't nothing. Stand up for something.
Yeah, and you know what, Bernard, in that same guise, there's no way I'm going to pay for a house and then I allow the people around me to instantly take away the value of my house, and I be scared to speak up because I pay too much for my house in order to let a bunch of damn thugs just come and take away the value of my house, you know. And if you feel like that's snitching, no, I feel like that is keeping keeping up with the same way I mow my yard and I do everything else around my house is the same way that I'm going to keep a peaceful neighborhood, because you're not going to come in here and be a criminal. And now we got criminal elements, all over the place, and y'all talking about snitches get stitches and all of this type of shit. Man, please, the hell with y'all. What you say, Charlie?
First and foremost, I'm sorry about being a little delayed. It happens. I believe in God and God come first. Although the viewing audience, I love you guys. And I want to say hello, boys and ladies, as always. And I'm going to skip some of the conversation and jump right into what you're saying. What we do, we enable them. They do not ever get to a point because we find ways and make excuses for them. We need to make them be responsible. You say something interesting. You cut your grass, you pick up paper, you do trash. They can do the same. And you allow them to just do absolutely nothing, then you're not helping them. You are part of the problem. We need to say that can't happen here. We want you to be about something. Lead by example. You see what we do every day. There's no excuse. And I don't know the whole full length of the conversation, but without hearing what you're saying, we have a tendency to make excuses for them because of this reason, because of that and that. We know that took place.
Yeah.
Tough.
Yeah.
That's life. It happened to all of us. You got to move on. I like to say, in order to get out of the mustard and catch up, you got to make change.
Yes, definitely. I mean, because now we got damn 11-year-old, 12-year-old, and a 16-year-old over here in Houston robbing a bank.
I saw that.
And this is a prime example of when you fail to parent your children. How is an 11-year-old, a 12-year-old, and a 16-year-old in the middle of a day out robbing a bank?
Well, son, you know what we done give birth to? Social media, those games, life are now imitating art. They see what they see and they say, I could do the same thing. But the problem is when they shoot someone and kill them, they don't start the game over. They like
Exactly.
end right there.
Yeah.
Because they're going to prison or something.
Yeah. But at the end of the day, I said it earlier before Sonia and Mr. Brown came on, I think Jamal, at the end of the day, I am getting so tired of people blaming the parents for their kids' accountability. Okay? Wait, Sonia, I'll let you talk. I am so tired of parents and them blaming parents for their kid. Ain't nobody told that 11-year-old to go rob a bank. Ain't nobody told that 12-year-old to go rob a bank. Ain't nobody told that 16-year-old to go rob a bank. Half of the time, no parent don't even know they're doing the best they can. So stop blaming these parents. Yeah, you got some good parents. You got some bad parents. But damn, if I'm going to take responsibility for my kid, if my daughter go out there and rob a bank, and at the end of the day, she knows wrong, what the hell are you blaming me for? I did my best. I raised you. And I raised you right. It's not up to me to you going to society and all of a sudden you get with the wrong people and all that. Now you don't turn bad. Now you say, well, if the parents would have did this and the parent, man, I don't want to hear all that blaming the parents. Blame the kid.
On that,
blame the kid.
Bernard. Yeah. Now you know good and hell well when we was growing up, our parents was the FBI, the GIA, the goddamn local police, and every damn thing else in our rooms.
True.
We couldn't bring a goddamn frog into the house without our parents knowing what was in our room. Yeah, no.
Different
And
generation.
there's no way in the world that your child should it's no way in the world that my child would be out of school and me not know that they're out of school. Second of all, I turned my kids, they hated me and they probably still do, but you know, I used to go in their room and flip their room like they was in damn cell block C. You know, and the reason why is because I didn't want it to be said that if you was doing something that you didn't have no business doing, or you had something that you didn't have no business having, it wasn't going to be because I didn't know that you had it. It was going to be because I got rid of it. You didn't listen to me. I already told you what's going to happen if you get caught up. And baby, believe me, when it happens, I will gladly, kindly, and without regret leave your ass right in jail. Period.
Thanks, son. I think, Bernard, what you're aiming at, and you got a point. You can't blame all the parents, but parents have to take the blame because they're minors and you are in charge of those kids. And a lot happened when you work too. I mean, you can disagree. It don't make any difference.
Yeah, it do make a difference.
What I'm saying is that you have to take responsibility for their action. You have to try to stay on top of them to see what's going on. Yeah. And I know it get difficult at times when you're working 2 and 3 jobs. And kids get to be influenced by a lot of whatever be taking place. Yeah. But at the end of the day, the same thing happened in Michigan. They put the parents in jail in Michigan when the young boy killed those kids in school. I'm saying the parents got to be on top. They can't catch everything, but they can't let things go for granted. If they kids, like she said, you need to check their bedrooms. You need to see what your kids are doing and just don't give them that much rope.
Yeah.
But they're going to hang themselves. But you, their parent, they're 13, 14 years old. Those kids are not responsible. That's under your leadership.
Yeah.
I
understand what you're saying. I understand what you're saying. It's, trust me, and y'all know that. We grow up in a different time. everybody, it's a different generation at the time. It's a different generation. You back then, it was like I said, kids having kids, this and that. But at the end of the day, you can't, all parents, people doing the best they can, all parents, but we can't just sit here and say, you know, if that parent would have did this and that parent would have did that. You can come from the greatest family in the world and still turn out bad. You can come from a terrible family and turn out good. Everybody, it's different generation. I'm not going to sit here and say what I got from my parents in this generation and every generation is a different generation. It's a different generation. So at the end of the day, it's accountability. It's accountability. These kids getting with these other kids, making the other kids at the end of the day. So I'm not going to flat out blame all the parents for these badass kids. I'm not going to do that because it's a totally different generation. You have your opinion, Mr. Brown, son. You got
no. I'm not trying to take your opinion away, and I hear you. But the law gonna make you responsible because you're their parent. The law going to put pressure on you. They're gonna say, "Where are you?"
Hey.
It's 11 o'clock at night. Where's your kid? That's your responsibility. You should know where she or he is at, Bernard.
Okay, no, listen. Let me tell you what happened. They took our rights to beat the shit out of our kids. You don't want to talk about that. They took our right. If I go right now and beat the hell out of my 5-year-old, who they gonna take to jail? Knowing that this boy done did something wrong. Come on now, they done took the power for us. So we can't do that. And you know this truth. That's why you're laughing.
No, I'm laughing because you got a point there, but we still got a responsibility to take care of the kids that know where they're at. It's 11 o'clock at night, Bernard. Whether the kid is 5 years old or 16 years old. The parents got to be responsible for these kids.
Yeah, some of them is, some of them ain't.
And I told you the reason it isn't because you're working 2 jobs and you're leaving them to raise themselves. That's what takes place. And that's what economics do. When 2 people got to work and both working 2 jobs, who is looking out for the kids?
Yeah, but you know what?
I'm aiming at.
Hey, I'm telling you, prime example, and I just seen it. But I'm saying this here. So, I've been knowing Sonya for about 4 or 5 years now. We know Sonya is a good parent. We know Sonya is a crazy parent. We know Sonya beat the hell out of their kids, period. At the end of the day. But it's always gonna be one that you just can't get to. If I got 5 kids, it's gonna be one of them that's gonna drive my blood. And then you know what? Sometimes tough love. Okay, stay right there. Whatever. Because you keep talking and you doing your best. So if you're doing your best, I get you. If you're doing your best and you know you're doing your best and that kid get in trouble, I ain't blaming myself.
Right, Bernard. I'm not saying one size fit all. I told you was right to a degree. No, I said you was right if you listen to me. I'm saying if they're working 2 jobs, excuse me?
I'm listening to you. Listen to me.
Yeah, I am listening to you. I'm saying, but you're not listening. You worry about that thumb. You can't hammer worse of crap. That thumb hurt you. Don't take your pain out on me. I'm trying to say, I was saying you was right, but one of the viewing audience saying you got to control your household. But I was saying where you aim, I'm not trying to speak for you. Yeah. Because I know if 2 parents are working and who's watching the kid 14 and 15? No one. The kid is watching games and the games become their parent. Then they go out and react what they see. I'm saying one of the parents got to sacrifice. Either you can't eat out no more, you got to cook at home. Someone needs to supervise their kid. We're letting them get out of control. At the same time, society say you can't do corporal punishment. Society is absolutely part of the problem. But you can't just beat a kid with a broomstick, do them all kind of way. Because there are some parents will brutally, do that to them.
Yeah.
That's got nothing to do with what we're talking about. Where's the guy with the big nose? Where's Julius?
Hey, but you know what too?
No, you didn't answer my question. You know what Julius said? Oh, there you go.
I heard you calling my name.
Yeah.
I heard you disrespecting my name. So
I'm not. I would never say,
Bernard made me do that
because
too.
we grew up in the child abuse age, where my parents probably would be just coming up for parole and shit, but but there is what we have to. You have to discipline your children. You have to talk to your children. You have to know what's going on with your children, and you have to warn your children. Because like right now, my son got into a little bit of trouble. Do you think that I'm going to get his ass out? That's an affirmative no. Because see, I had already warned him of what was going to happen. Because see, warning comes before destruction. You know this, Charlie, because you done read it in the Bible.
Right.
Right. So once you have warned a child and you have talked to them and counseled them and everything, you have to let them hit that proverbial brick wall. As long as I know where he is, hell, I can sleep good at night.
I think what you've done for him, you've given him life experience. You can talk all day. If you go bail him out or do whatever you do, that is being responsible. But at the same time, you're enabling him. He'll continue to want to do things. By getting this life experience, we hope he'll wake up.
Exactly.
That's good what you're doing, because he need to wake up. He's asleep.
Yeah.
And Bernard need to get a better hammer so he won't smash his finger up and take the pain out on me. And I heard about your show where about 1 million people be watching you. What time your show come on where I can look at it?
It's I was cooking for my beautiful family.
Cooking?
And I washed dish and I cut my finger. But you know what? I agree. Yeah, not just I cut this finger, then I cut this. But
Jesus, you stay out of the kitchen.
Man, I'm Mr. Mom.
I need you to just stay out the kitchen.
No, you're not. You need a supervisor in the kitchen to watch you watch dishes.
Good thing this ain't
to cut your fingers off.
Good thing this ain't America at the Dog, because he ain't cut his toes. We're gonna move on to the next subject. I'm sorry, but
I'm going to to my friends. But we on the podcast. We got Julius. How many people were looking at us tonight?
823.
823 people. Yeah, this is podcast. That's the host of Julius.
Tell him when he's ready to get on, he can get on, but he can't interrupt me while I'm talking.
All right, go ahead. We ain't gonna interrupt you.
I'm gonna pay attention. I'm paying attention.
Tend to bend down so we can see his face, so everybody know who the rude guy was. The FBI looking for you. I saw your face.
I'm looking for the FBI. Where they at?
Yeah. So
he's one of my spiritual brothers.
Yeah. So we got a little past what we were doing on all the subjects, and we got a little behind. Devon was cussing me out. I don't know whether she went to another commercial or not, but we finished with individualism. I think what we're on now is the 3 enemies of success, and we got about 20 minutes and 18 minutes, and we got to be out of here. All right, we got about 18 minutes, and we got to be out of here.
Is it time for a commercial? I want Greg to say how our commercials work. We have a ticker tape running across the bottom.
You have to teach Greg another day.
Accountability.
Teach Greg. Greg got to come right after.
I'm always willing to learn.
Did Greg say the prayer tonight or something? You don't get no special prayer unless he said the prayer. Did he say one for me? Did he say one for me?
Well, I tell you what, I can say a prayer for all of us.
That's right, Greg. Don't pay him no mind.
I put one out there now.
If you see that nose he got.
Hey, can that lady over there, AKA, play that piano back there?
Yeah, she played that piano. She played for Alicia Keys.
I need to send a tuner over there to tune it up.
She played for Alicia Keys.
Oh, yeah.
Giovanna, let's go to the three enemies of success.
Now, the biggest enemy of success, I would say there's probably three enemies of success.
Yeah.
The first big enemy is the comfort zone. But the comfort zone is where people become comfortable doing what they're doing, and they don't like to change. So there's tremendous resistance to change in our society. 80% of the population finds reasons not to change, even if the change can be positive or beneficial. The second thing that holds people back is what is called learned helplessness. This is where people feel, I can't do it. And the third enemy is what we call the path of least resistance, which is always looking for an easy way to achieve a result. But nothing worthwhile can be achieved easily.
Well, y'all heard it right there. There's three enemies. I don't know what my enemies is. I'm trying to move something and can't move it.
You know,
I'm probably my greatest enemy is I have difficulty making changes. I'm still stuck in the mustard and can't catch up. I have a problem with that.
And what's that called?
With that.
And what's that called? You a what?
I procrastinate a lot.
And you a what?
What you mean? I'm a what?
Dinosaur.
Yeah, I own up to that. I never denied it. And you're a rhinoceros with that nose. That's
why you always just can't accept the corrective criticism. You got to hit back.
You're right.
You got to hit back every time somebody hits you.
I can't help it. It hurts so bad when you hit me.
Yeah, just hit.
Hi, Linda.
Just accept the hit. Yeah. But those three enemies, never get too comfortable. I try not to get comfortable in anything because I learned that the more that you do and you get comfortable, people will show you their butt to kiss, and then they'll step on your neck. And they don't understand that you're trying to do good by them. They don't care because it's all about them. And then, they'll step on your neck. One thing you can say about me, and I'm sure that a lot of people have their opinions of me. I don't really care about their opinions of me. But if you're doing something good for me, there's nothing that I won't do for you. There's nothing that I'm going to step on your neck about. There's nothing that I'm going to make you feel bad about. But every time I do something good for other people, they usually give me their butt to kiss. They usually take advantage of me, and that learned helplessness. I can't ever feel helpless because I understand that it's going to take me to get me out of whatever I'm in. So I can't agree with learned helplessness because I don't even understand what it is because I won't let myself get to that point. I didn't hear the third one. I think it was I just can't do it. I gave up. One thing you're not going to have me do is give up on anything because I'm just going to keep doing it because if you tell me I can't, I'm going to show you that I can. I'm on a mission. This ain't my mission. I didn't want to do what I'm doing. I was led to do what I'm doing. I tell people it ain't the mercy of God that's leading me. It's the grace of God. Everything that I'm doing for a reason. I'm not perfect. I ain't never said that I was. I get on a lot of people's nerve. I curse a lot of people out. I do a lot of things that aggravate people, but nothing in the wash can come clean unless there's an agitator. I'm that agitator. I try to do what's right so that I can improve my community. I'm 62 years old. I don't know how long I got to live, but I understand that I have an obligation to my community. So I'm trying to fulfill that obligation through what I do every day. I'm building with you all. I'm building a media network, a media empire. We have radio. We have Roku TV. Who else got a Roku TV? Anybody else know anybody got a Roku TV channel? We got our own Roku TV channel. We got 5-6 magazines that we put out. We got 20 plus shows that we show weekly every day. We are doing it. We got a radio station, a digital radio station coming before June. So we're doing a whole lot. And it's incumbent upon me to just do what God is directing me to do. See, everybody thinking that I ain't spiritual. Everybody thinking that because I don't believe in like you believe that that I don't believe that God is directing my life. No, God is directing my life. You know, everybody in the Bible did opposite of what God wanted them to do until God corrected them, didn't it? Name somebody in the Bible who was just so great. Even Job questioned for a minute whether God was doing him right. You know, but you just got to stay the course, and that's what I'm doing. Hey, wherever it leads me, that's where it's going. Anyway, I done talked too much. Anyway, y'all.
No, that's all right. That's
Nah,
all right.
it's
That's why Moses had Aaron.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's a different with me. In my personal life, I'm 61 years old, so in my personal life, I ain't changing shit. I've been like this since I'm 4 years old, and I'm gonna still be like that. If you don't like me, then it is what it is. Now, when it comes to society, I change with society because the generation is totally different. If I want to stay with the generation, then I got to change. But when it comes to my personal life, it is what it is. I'm not gonna change, and you ain't gonna come in my life to change me. That's why I'm by myself. I'm a grown damn man. I don't need no young somebody to come tell me how to make up a bed or how to cook or how to do this or how to do that. That ain't gonna happen. But when it comes to me to stick with social media and come because everything changed, and yeah, I'm gonna change so I can learn it. Now, when it comes to easy way, I don't compete with no damn body. I compete with myself. I always been that way. If I can beat myself, I can beat anybody. And I get tired of these white folks having these quotes that don't know a damn thing about our community and what. So I totally disagree with what he said. It is what it is. Our generation is our people is totally different. And one thing about our people, whatever come out in social media, whatever come out in the YouTube, when it comes to TJ Jakes and all that, it is real. Trust me. Because one thing about us, when we talk, we're gonna tell the truth. We ain't gonna lie, we're gonna tell the truth, and it's gonna come out. It's gonna come out. That's the way we is. If we can stop fighting with each other, if we can start loving each other, we will control what we built. We built this country. They stole this country. We built everything. Benjamin Franklin, they discovered electricity. Nah, that little ball, and it was for a black man. I can go on, but I'm just going to stop right there. I'm going to start. Go ahead. I had a moment.
Yeah, please do stop. Sandra, go ahead.
I'll pass.
I had a moment. I'm sorry.
You like Jamal tonight, and Sandra, you talking about you passed all these passes tonight.
No. That's the first time I've passed on any of them. I've been participating.
Okay, well, Charlie, go ahead before I
told you I don't really have a long dissertation about anything. It's just that I know what I need to do, and I'm trying to improve. And I listen to you talk, and it's like Moses and Aaron, because you and I talk all the time about subjects. And I know what I am a dinosaur, and I'm sort of stuck and cannot change my ways. I'm caught in my same repetition, which I'm trying to come out.
Yeah.
I'm short and sweet. I mean that.
Yeah. And you need to stop lying that you can go all night long, because you can't.
Now, Bernard, I'm trying to be nice to you, to cut up fingers and arms and hands or whatever. You don't have to put all my business in the street.
But Charlie,
that's messy.
Charlie, you're fairly successful, and you understand those three things that he says that are in
I do
to other people being successful. You can't doubt yourself. You have to move forward regardless of what anybody is saying, and just keep doing it. Keep striking the rock, because if you don't keep striking, if you give up after the first person say that you're a failure, then you have failed yourself.
Yeah, George, I was trying to say, my problem is I want to do it my way. I could say that. My problem is I don't want to change, and that's one of the first things he say. They don't want to change. They want to stay the same. And if you're going to make and move forward, you got to accept the change. And I'm saying that's my biggest problem, because I have been successful. I ran the Savannah Entrepreneur Center. I mean, I've ran $1 million business. I mean, I've done a lot already. So, but my problem is I've gotten complacent. And I told you today when we communicate, I say, you probably keep me going, because every time I get ready to kick something aside, you put me on steroids again and say, come on, what are you doing, Charlie? And I thank you. And I tell the viewing audience, you know that. Greg, Jewish and I started ATR and Black Media together. We the founders, but he is basically the person who had the idea, and he brought me along with him because he know I had a lot of energy at that time to put things. How old the company now, Julie? Is about 5 years old?
In October, it'll be 5 years.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. He is a good motivator. He always been that way. I was sitting Jewish, I was sitting there in my front room and was telling my daughters them never heard it before about how we came up and what we did, and man, they were shocked. They were shocked, Jew. And they thought I was a quiet boy. Trust, I tell people, I say, man, please. Sometimes you have to be big enough to see and big enough to say, you know what? It's time for me to book. And that's right. I can tell a story right now, the reason why I left Savannah, but I'm gonna leave it like that.
You see those things going across the border?
We are it's a video that I'll just save till next week. It's about 3 or 4 videos. I would just have to save them next week. It's a lot of stuff because I had a problem earlier with something I did when I went to Walmart, and I was on the phone with them for the last 25 minutes arguing with them, and I know I'm right because I got all the damn receipts right here. And they cheated me, and I told them before I left the store that they were cheating me. They told me no, they were right. So that's why I was gone for about 20 minutes. And I'm sorry, and that's why y'all went over on the subject for so long, because somebody should have said, okay, enough of this subject, let's move on to the next one. But anyway, we get to our bonus subjects and everything next week. And because we are running out of time. We got about 6 minutes left, and all these videos, I want to play some inspirational stuff. I want to help people to understand that you have to be able to believe in yourself. Let me play one for you all. I got a couple, but I'm gonna play one.
He said, I need your eyes on me. He said, don't look at your storm. Don't look at what's happening. Don't look at the job loss. Don't look at the diagnosis. Nah, don't look at the depression. Don't look at the divorce. Don't look at the kids wilding out. Don't look at everything that's going wrong. He said, what you looking at? Don't look at the people that left. Let them go. Don't look at the people that won't come back. Let them stay. He said, when Peter walked on water, he was looking at me. He said, when Peter walked on water, when Peter did the impossible, when Peter was able to do the supernatural, he was looking at me. His eyes was on his creator. His eyes was on his strength. His eyes was on his way maker. His eyes was on his way out. His eyes was on his way through. But when he looked down, he said, when Peter looked around, when he started watching the storm, when he started looking at the water, when he started to think, how am I doing what I'm doing? He began to say, when you look at your storm, that's when the storm will take you under. When you look at your storm will consume you. He said, keep your eyes on me, my child, and you'll do the supernatural. You'll do the impossible. Everything that they say won't happen will happen if you just look at me. So what you looking at? What you looking at? Keep your eyes on my word. Speak my promises. Yes and amen. And do the impossible, because possible is in you. Big dog.
That's right.
Yeah. Man, you know what? And Mr. Brown know this, and Jewish know this, and I know this. Boy, when you don't went through that storm, you don't realize how powerful you is when you get out of it. Trust me. I tell people, don't look at my cussing. Don't look at my smile. Look at the damn storm I done went through and I done came out that I can help other people. Man, hey, trust me. When that belly get full and you let all that words come out, you're helping somebody. You're helping somebody because they need to hear it. Don't look at who giving the message. Listen to the message.
That's right. And the thing is to have faith. Don't worry about nobody else because guess what? What they're saying don't matter.
That's right. Don't matter.
Don't matter. Just keep doing what you're doing. That's why I keep doing what I'm doing.
Keep your eye on the prize. And he is the prize.
I don't care what anybody else is doing. That's your problem. Do it. I'm doing what I'm doing, and I don't care what you say. If I happen to run across it, I might address it a little bit just for just to have fun. But I don't care. Y'all know me right now. I don't care. I don't care what nobody say about me. This is me. This is who I am. This is who God made me.
Yeah.
What I care about what man said.
Yeah, absolutely.
I do what I do. I walk in the path that I've been led to walk in. No other way. I don't walk no other way. But anyway, we got a couple other videos that we'll just show next week because I got one for poor people that support Trump and poor white people that support Trump, and we can't understand why they do it. But it's about 6 minutes long. We'll start that next week. I appreciate everybody. Everybody who came in. Robert was out doing the lawn. Jamal was on the conference. They all stepped in and did what they can. But hey, you know, I see. That's why I keep telling you, I keep striking the stone. I don't care. Even I had to leave for 20 minutes. I know that, you know, none of us are getting paid. It's a payday coming though. You just got to understand that it is coming.
And you're saying exactly what the guy just saying. Keep your eye on the prize.
That's right.
And payday is coming.
Yeah.
Yes,
But we getting paid every day because we get to voice our opinion and we get to share a lot of information and knowledge. You know what Charlie Brown likes to say before we go up to hell? When people fail, when community fail, it's only two reasons: lack of information and lack of knowledge. And the mind is like a parachute. It only works when it opens.
Okay, I'm gonna break a little protocol. See that clock right there in that middle? If y'all ever see that clock at 1:57, don't say nothing. I got to go. It's at 1:58:41 right now. If you ever see that clock, always watch that clock. Whatever y'all doing, all the hosts, always watch that clock in that corner. Whenever it says that, you cannot keep talking. I got to go. And nothing I can do. I got to go. And I don't want to interrupt by just breaking it and knocking it off. I got to go.
You.
I love y'all. We'll talk to y'all.
Y'all be good.
Like this.